Thank you very much, Your Excellency, and welcome everyone to Culture Summit 2025. As we've just heard, 3 days together, reflecting, engaging with and speculating on a challenge thrown down to us by a Nobel Prize-winning writer, Wole Soyinka, looking at the idea of an era of post-human civilization. As we reach the end of the first quarter of the 21st century, I'm jumping ahead, that's what's going to happen here, I think. It's become paradoxically clear just how blurred the lines have become between the physical, digital, and biological realms. Likewise, the speed of transformation and change, technologically, environmentally, economically, and politically, is, I think, unparalleled in human history. 2 years ago, at this summit, we had a robot called Ada, who identified as female and an artist. I did a conversation with her. I'm still suffering the traumas of that. But it was a glimpse into the future. But in a sense, it was a kind of mechanical freak show and way off any sense of human consciousness or capacity. Now, though, AI is a fact in almost all our lives, whether we're aware of it or not. So do we resist? Or do we embrace new opportunities? Or are we able to find more nuanced ways of rethinking how we respond collectively as a species? And what's at stake for humanity? And how can culture help us to understand and shape what it means to be human and what it is increasingly in a post-human world? These are the questions we're going to confront over the next 3 days here in Abu Dhabi. There are nearly 4,000 delegates here from 6 continents. There are 249 speakers from 71 countries taking part in 104 events across 4 venues. There are writers, poets, philosophers, artists, architects, designers, curators, filmmakers, musicians, dancers, choreographers, institutional directors, journalists, scientists, engineers, and politicians, including, as we've just heard, 3 former heads of state, 13 current ministers of arts and culture, and 5 ministers of education from across the world, who are all going to take part in panel discussions, creative conversations, artist talks, workshops, and performances. In effect, this is a cultural ecosystem, and we're all here together in person, face to face, but obviously it'll be digitally available too. There's an underlying commitment to, an ambition and admiration for individual human creativity and imagination, but also a fundamental belief in the need for collaboration and critical exchange of ideas and knowledge as we try to make sense of a complex future through the lens of culture, which I think will become abundantly clear in the summit that's about to begin, programmed by institutional partners UNESCO, The Economist, Google, the Guggenheim, the Recording Academy, and the Design Museum, together with our generous and enlightened hosts at the DCT here in Abu Dhabi. Tomorrow and Tuesday, days 2 and 3 of the summit will focus on new frontiers and new opportunities in a post-human environment and finding collaborative pathways for a more sustainable future. Today, though, we begin with the reshaping of the cultural landscape over the past decade or so, from the digital revolution to increased economic inequality and volatile geopolitical arenas, and the subsequent shift in the way that culture is produced, received, and consumed. We'll look at the challenges and opportunities of AI and the power of creative expression at a time of disruption, notably in the music and film industries. We have the world's first Minister of State for AI and the former Prime Ministers of Slovakia, New Zealand, and Mauritius. We have at least 2 Grammy nominees, maybe more. And we have an architect-designer, Thomas Heatherwick, who wants to generate more public discussion in how the future world is designed. To start, though, we're going to have a performance, a very special performance, from the French-Lebanese trumpeter and composer, and the first Lebanese musician to be nominated for a Grammy. So please welcome to the stage Ibrahim Malouf. Thank you.